Welcome, I am Miss Nieves, and I look forward to getting to know you and your family as we enter the 7th grade together. So before we get into this new school year, one of the number one questions I get is, what are you teaching my kid, and what can I do to help you out? I want to take the opportunity to reassure you that what we learn is more than just mathematics. It's something called a growth mindset. So what's a growth mindset? Some people think of it as the opposite to a fixed mindset, which can refer to a person who views a skill as something that is dictated at birth or by talent. As all athletes know, skills are achieved through practice and hard work, while talent only makes up a certain percentage of that achievement. The same thinking can be applied to learning academics. It's a skill that you need to nurture, and while some people do have innate talent in these areas, those are not the only people capable of succeeding. This difference in thinking is very important for our 7th graders. There's an excellent study performed at Columbia and Stanford University that talks about middle schoolers and their transition from adolescence. As we know, this particular grade is a tough time for our kiddos. They will face additional challenges than younger students when it comes to academic progress and their own self-perception of how intelligent they are. Many students at this age will experience increases in antisocial behavior and declines in self-esteem, school engagement, and grades. I love the quote from this research. The junior high school environment emphasizes competence, social comparison, and ability self-assessment at a time of heightened self-focus. So now that we know what it is and why it's important, how can we nurture a growth mindset? Well, the neat thing is that we can start their thinking at home, and we begin by looking at our own mindsets. Are we the type of person who gives up when things get too hard? That can unintentionally leak into behaviors and attitudes that your children pick up just by watching you. By changing and evaluating our own mindsets and reforming ourselves into a growth mindset, children will pick up on that. However, we have to make a conscious effort to tell them that we are making that change, because there are certain things that can't be learned by watching. This can look like modeling learning from failure by turning to your middle schooler and saying, "Wow, that was really terrible, but I learned this and this and this." You're modeling a powerful way of approaching something that wasn't as successful as you were hoping. The third thing we can do is emphasize the learning part of attempting something new or familiar. Ask them what they are learning from an activity. Tell them what you are learning. If we stick to what we know, we will never grow. And that's the whole goal of this mindset. Last but not least, we have to praise the process. Look at the effort they're putting in. Look at the challenges they're facing. This doesn't mean belittling something when they are successful, but don't make the mistake of having the end product be the only part that matters. That A grade is important, but so is the hard work they put towards that grade. All right, folks, that's all I have for today. I look forward to working with you and your children, and let's celebrate the start of another academic year.